Hi, this is Scott Muni, and welcome to the 20 years of WNEW FM. For the next 4 hours, we'll be reliving some of the highlights of our 2 decades as New York's premier rock radio station. Throughout these 20 years, WNEW FM has been there for every major rock event, from Woodstock to Live Aid, from the closing of the Fillmore to Bruce Springsteen opening at the Meadowlands. We've been there. So get ready. We're underway. We're going back in time.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty!
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible? Is that possible? Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen? It is possible. He has not only Senator Kennedy, oh my God.
Be remembered simply as a good and decent man who saw wrong and tried to right it, saw suffering and tried to heal it, saw war and tried to stop it.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Let us go to the map again. I realize that it is difficult to communicate across the gulf of 5 years of war. But the time has come to end this war.
Does anybody really know what time it is? These are the times that try men's souls.
About 20 of our regiment kind of lowered their guns and opened fire.
Where were you at 9:32 on the morning of July 16th, 1969?
Astronauts report it feels good. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
WNEW-FM was born in the fire of the 60s. The station came along at a time in our history when young people were beginning to have an unprecedented impact on American culture and society. FM radio became their main medium of expression. It provided news, information, companionship, but most of all, it provided rock and roll. By 1967, it was abundantly clear that rock and roll was taking on a larger and larger significance in the lives of American young people. The civil rights movement, anti-Vietnam War sentiment, free speech, students' rights, the sexual revolution, all of these causes found their anthems in the rhythms and rhetoric of rock.
And it's 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam.
Quick, it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small.
Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
WNEW-FM became a refuge for all the exciting, wildly experimental music that was being virtually ignored by the safe, unadventurous AM radio band. The songs waiting to be heard beyond the limited content of the top 40 were exotic, seductive, challenging, and constantly stretching the boundaries of contemporary popular music.
We want the world and we want it. We want the world and we want it. Now.
But it wasn't just the music that made WNEW-FM special. It was the presentation. The original air staff included as diverse and sophisticated a group of professionals that has ever been assembled at one radio station. And it all began exactly 20 years ago this moment at 7:05 p.m. on October 30th, 1967, as a fellow named Roscoe hit the airwaves.
Want to take a mind excursion? The hippest of all trips. A return to reality. Join me, Roscoe, in Metro Media Stereo.
There's a high-flying bird flying way up in the sky, and I wonder if she looks down as she goes on by. Well, she's flying so free and easy in the sky. Lord, look at me here. I'm rooted like a tree. Got to sit down, can't cry. Oh Lord, I'm gonna die blue. Now the sun, it comes up and it lights up the day. And when he gets tired, Lord, and goes on down his way to the east and to the west, he meets God every day. Lord, look at me here. I'm rooted like a tree. Got to sit down, can't cry. Oh, Lord, gonna die blue. Now I had a woman, Lord, she lived down by the mine. She ain't never seen the sun. Oh Lord, never stopped trying. Then one day, my woman up and died. Lord, she up and died now. Oh Lord, she up and died now. Hey, she wanted to fly, and the only way to fly is die, die, die. Well, there's a high-flying bird flying way up in the sky, and I wonder if she looks down as she goes on by. Well, she's flying so free and easy in the sky. Yeah, Lord, look at me here. Hey, I'm rooted like a tree. Got to sit down, can't cry. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna die blue. Got to sit down, can't cry. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna die blue. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Friday, the 12th of April, 1968. Jonathan Schwartz here in a new groove. The New Groove, WNEW FM.
Say that once you knew for sure. Now you're walking in the shore to wonder. The more you learn, the less you know. The more you move, the more you go to nowhere. Ask a bird as she flies by just where she's at, and she says where the wind blows. Ask her by that what she means. She says she doesn't know, but as she flew away, she seemed to say the wind staggered to your room, sleep by day and plot by moon your conscious plight. Pack your dreams, you move away, decide to eat and live by day and leave the night. City sun blinks in your eyes. You shade your face and realize a lonely crowd. Then at once you feel the smile, and then the ice-warm air moves by. She says the breeze provokes her sigh. The wind is love. Is the wind. Wind is my love. Who knows the wind? Who knows my love? Where blows another spring, another joy, a human thing called lovers. You play your roles of comedy, refreshing well the tragedy you're living. Love was sure, so you say, but like the wind, love blew away. But as she left, she seemed to say, the wind is love, is the wind. Wind is my love, who knows the wind, who knows my love, where blows the wind. The wind is my love.
This is Scott Muni on WNEW FM. Now we begin a special series of programs for this week at this time from 2 to 3 p.m. Each day we'll cover a subject in songs written by some of the best of today's writers, our poets. We ask you to listen today especially to the words, not necessarily arrangements or music, but to what the poets are saying. These, then, are the thoughts of the writers and their stories of being in love.
You might wake up some morning to the sound of something moving past your window in the wind. And if you're quick enough to rise, you'll catch the fleeting glimpse of someone's fading shadow. Out on the new horizon, you may see the floating motion of a distant pair of wings. And if the sleep has left your ears, you might hear footsteps running through an open meadow. Don't be concerned, it will not harm you. It's only me pursuing something I'm not sure of across my dream. With nets of wonder, I chase the bright elusive butterfly of love. You might have heard my footsteps echo softly in the distance through the canyons of your mind. I might have even called your name as I ran searching after something to believe in. You might have seen me running through the long abandoned ruins of the dreams you left behind. If you remember something there that glided past you, followed close by, heavy breathing, don't be concerned, It will not harm you. It's only me pursuing something I'm not sure of. Across my dream, with nets of wonder, I chase the bright, elusive butterfly of love. My dream, with nets of wonder, I chase the bright, elusive butterfly of love.
The cockroach that ate Cincinnati.
Well, I don't know about the cockroach ate Cincinnati, but there's a few of them in my neighborhood. There's a few in my kitchen, as a matter of fact. They're getting bolder. They're getting bolder, those cockroaches. They know we're not going to defeat them, so they're going to stay with us, folks. Hey, this is WNEW FM in New York, doing the Halloween trip here. Zachary here.
Dracula's house by the sea. The orders were fine, but I choked on my wine when I learned that the main course was me. Waitress, a vampire named Perkins, was so very fond of small gherkins. While she served the tea, she ate 43, which pickled her internal workings. The scalpels go on the left with the pitchforks. Igor, Igor. What a swimmer is Dracula's daughter, but her pool looks more red than it ought to. The blood stains the boat, but it's easy to float, 'cause blood is much thicker than water. Old friend, how are things in Transylvania? For dessert, there was batwing confetti and the veins of a mummy named Betty. I first frowned upon it, but with ketchup on it, it tasted very much like spaghetti.
The 20 years of WNEW FM will return after this.
When that clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for Golden Lights. It's a good time for the great taste, and that great taste means back tonight.
It's new, it's crisp, it's fresh. It's salads at McDonald's. Try one for dinner tonight. Fresh tossed chef salad with ham, turkey, and cheese. Chicken salad oriental with chow mein noodles. Garden salad with fresh garden vegetables. And introducing shrimp salad with lots of tender shrimp. So come into McDonald's for dinner and let us toss you a fresh new salad right now.
It's a good time for the great taste. Dinner at McDonald's. Yeah, Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Pergament power, selection, quality, price. Now do it yourself like a pro with Elmer's Carpenter's Wood Glue. Elmer's Wood Glue penetrates wood deeply for a strong bond. It's perfect for all wood repairs and building projects. Pergament power, selection, quality, price, selection. Everything you need to do it yourself. Quality, Elmer's Carpenter's Wood Glue. Price, save 35%. 4-ounce bottle, just $1.29. Right now, you'll save 30 to 50% off national brands in every Pergament department. From building lumber to hardware, from flooring to lighting to paint. Pergament power, selection, quality, price. Enter Pergament's $50,000 giveaway contest for chances to win one of 2 1988 Toyotas. No purchase necessary. Details at all Pergament stores. Be confident. Put Pergament power to work for you today.
Be confident. Shop Pergament for your home. Be confident. Shop Pergament. Be confident.
This year, Halloween belongs to Fox. So if you're going out to trick or treat, get home early for the Halloween party coming right into your living room from Fox Weekend Television. On Werewolf, Eric Cord takes refuge in a haunted mansion.
Don't go in there!
What am I afraid of anyway, ghosts? I'm a werewolf.
Wow! Great costume!
How could they know the werewolf inside is real? And on the new adventures of Beans Baxter,
Beans, let's take a walk in the pumpkin patch. It's very creepy.
an innocent Halloween prank
Hank, look out!
becomes a deadly nightmare.
I have created the ultimate Halloween trick. A pumpkin that attacks children.
This will be a Halloween not soon to be forgotten.
That's right. This Halloween, it's Werewolf and Beans Baxter on Fox Weekend Television.
Halloween's Hot, starting Saturday at 9 on Fox Channel 5.
Shell dealers haven't forgotten how service stations got their name.
Just got my driver's license today.
First time to use self-serve, huh? Here, let me show you. It's easy once you get the hang of it.
Thanks.
One of the best reasons to stop at a Shell station isn't just for America's best-selling gasolines. It's for the little extras you may not find at other stations. The kind of difference only Shell people can make. Shell people appreciate you. They know you're the reason they're in business. And that courtesy is as important to you as it ever was.
You know, we have quite a few regular customers here. Hope you'll be one of them.
I think I probably will be. Coming here was a good move for a first-day driver.
If you've been wondering lately where the service at service stations went, maybe you haven't been stopping at the right stations. Come to Shell next time. Experience the difference Shell people make.
We're going to be looking for you now.
Shell. Experience the difference.
Let's return now to tonight's 20th anniversary retrospective on 102.7 WNEW FM.
Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW FM. Let's return now to 1968 and the person who opened the doors for women in broadcasting.
The flutter of wings. The shadow across the moon. The sounds of the night as the night bird spreads her wings and soars above the earth into another level of comprehension where we exist only to feel. Come, fly with me. Allison Steele, the night bird, at WNEW FM until dawn.
Sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and listen very closely to the sound of my voice. Imagine that there is nothing but you and the sound, floating freely high above the earth. Now, as you listen, you will begin to relax. Every sound you hear relaxes you further. Just you and the sound. Your arms and legs feel heavy, very heavy, like lead. Every sound takes you deeper and deeper. Nothing can disturb you. Every muscle, every part of your body is relaxing further and further as you drift down deeper and deeper. You are floating away from the sound of my voice, but you can still hear it. Imagine you are riding down an escalator, slowly going down farther and farther into deep relaxation. It feels so good. Now, I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 0. And on every number you will go another level deeper, relaxing more completely on every count until I reach 0. On 0 you go twice as deep, backwards from 5 to 0, deeper on every count, and on 0 twice as deep. 5. So relaxed. 4, 3, 2, down, down, down. 1, 0, way, way down. Imagine that you are floating high above the earth, in deep space, looking out on the universe, floating free in space, uplifted and filled with awe, silently watching the movements of the stars. Standing on the moon, filled with thoughts of home. Earth so slowly turning, 20,000 years. Human hopes and fears. Are we finally learning? Riders together on a starship of stone, living together, trying together, dying alone. Standing on the moon, filled with thoughts of home. Earth so slowly turning, 20,000 years, human hopes and fears. Are we finally learning? Riders together on a starship of stone, living together, trying together, dying alone. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Dazed, bewildered, trapped in a world without time, where sound collides with color and shadows explode. Yet this is no science fiction adventure. This is the real-life, everyday world of a pothead.
I think there should be arrests for possession of marijuana. I think, my personal opinion, I think it leads to other abuses like hard drugs, and I think we should stop it at its source.
WNEW-FM is digging into the truth, the lies, the hypocrisy, and hysteria that surrounds the marijuana question. And we need to hear from you. Take some time to write about your ideas, your experiences. Just address pot, WNEW-FM, 565 Fifth Avenue, New York 10017.
You say you know all about life and that you know why all the lights are turned on. Well, if you're my friend, don't keep me in the darkness, silently waiting the dawn. Turn me on, I want to know what it's all about. Turn me on, tell me of love, speak of life. You claim your wisdom is wide as the keychain that hangs from the breast of a king. Well, I'm just a pilgrim, a one-night event, a good and a worthy young man. Turn me on, I want to know what it's all about. Turn me on, tell me of love, speak of life.
together. Then come on across to me. We'll hold hands and then we'll watch the sunrise from the bottom of the sea. But first, are you experienced? Or have you ever been experienced? Well, I have. Well, I know, you probably scream and cry that your little world won't let you go. But who in your measly little world are you trying to prove that you're made out of gold and can't be sold? So, are you experienced? Have you ever been experienced? Well, I have. Let me prove it to you.
Jimi Hendrix, Rotary Connection, Circus Maximus, Lothar, and the Hand People. These were just a few of the exotic sounds you could hear only on WNEW-FM in the early days. Hi, this is Pete Fornital, and I've been a listener to this radio station since that very first night back in 1967. But what's even more amazing to me is that I got the chance to live out a fantasy. I got to work here as well. And that happened on July 26, 1969. And I never would have guessed that the very first live commercial I ever did at WNEW-FM would become a little piece of our history.
Woodstock Music and Art Fair, the 3-day Aquarian Exposition at White Lake in the town of Bethel, Sullivan County, New York. Friday, August 15th, you'll hear and see Joan Baez, Olive Guthrie, Tim Hardin, Richie Havens, the incredible string band, Ravi Shankar, Sweetwater. Then on Saturday, August 16th, it's Canned Heat, Creedence Clearwater, Grateful Dead, Keith Hartley, Janis Joplin, the Jefferson Airplane, Mountain, Santana, and the Who, the hottest groups on the scene right now. Sunday, August 17th, the band, Jeff Beck, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Iron Butterfly, Joe Cocker, Crosby, Stills, Music and Art Fair, Box 996, Radio City Station, New York 10019, or phone Murray Hill 70700, MU70700. Remember, the Woodstock Music and Art Fair is being held at White Lake in the town of Bethel, Sullivan County, New York. They've had their hassles, but it looks like everything's going to be okay.
It's a free concert from now on.
This sight is hard to believe. We're over White Lake in the midst of this music festival encampment. We're up over the trees now, and we're coming in over the top of the main stage of this music festival. And for easily a half a mile, all we can see on this hilltop are people. 50, 100, possibly 200,000 people sitting there, the music going on day and night, and despite the rain, despite the mud, despite the water, and despite the hardship, these people apparently are going to stick it out. You're as naked as a jaybird. Okay. Doing a drag? No, not me, thanks. Okay. How does it feel walking around in your birthday suit?
Have you got high yet?
Not yet.
Man, you really should. WNEW. Radio?
Right.
You caught me really off guard. You know?
If you believe it, you watch it with us jamming, that's all.
Jimi Hendrix is back from the festival. He and the Experience were easily one of the main attractions. Jimmy, you talk about the truthfulness or the falseness of things. What do you think were the truthfulnesses of the festival?
The nonviolence. It's a very, very, very good brand of music. I don't mean good, I mean the very true brand of music. The acceptance of the long-awaited crowd, how they had to sleep in mud and rain and get hassled by this, hassled by that, and still come through saying that it was a successful festival. That's one of the, that's one of the good things. There's so many stories you can add up on this thing. If you added them all up, you feel like a king.
short intermission. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
And we'll be back in just a few minutes with more of the 20 years of WNEW FM.
This is Alvin Lee. Happy 20th anniversary to WNEW 1027 FM in New York. Guests.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Getting that kind of a response in New York City is a rather delicious feeling. I thank you very much for it. Now, if I can just put it into little jars and put it onto my shelf, I'd be very happy. We're here to share this evening with you, with all of the friends that have helped to make it possible, the people who work here, the people who helped to put it together, the managers, the agents, the musicians, the DJs, the neighbors, the delicatessens, the pizza parlors in this neighborhood, and a lot of the nice people in New York City. It's a very, very strange feeling this evening, but we're going to join you in having a good time. We'd like to start the music with a man who's become a personal friend over the years of mine, a lot of the people who work here and on the coast, who opened the place with us some 3¼ years ago. One of the nice people in this business, Mr. Albert King. This is one of the groups that's going to keep it going for a long, 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 long time. Out of the Boston area, great sound, the Jay Giles Band.
What I just noticed a minute ago here is for this momentous occasion tonight, the level of groupies are very high. Yes. The way they're dressed and the way they look.
Classy.
Very classy.
Would you welcome, please, one of the happy sounds in music today, Edgar Winter's White Trash.
Rock and roll!
The Beach Boys. Now we're going to close it out now with the Allman Brothers from the stage.
Thank you.
You heard Bill Graham give the word. It's over. Good night and thank you. Bill live from stage. Dick Neer is here, and Dick, you've had a chance to, along with Allison, you've had a chance to listen and monitor and check everything out throughout the whole night, right?
Right, and I think just speaking from a listener standpoint, because basically that's what I've been doing all night, I think we've just been treated to one of the finest nights of music imaginable. Just a lot of fine music. All the groups, I think, were at their best.
We here?
Good morning. Mike Kleffner on WNEW FM Stereo in New York. Just came back from the Fillmore. I just got here about 5 minutes ago, and I just don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just totally, completely awestricken and breathless. It was, and you can use any cliche, any adjective that you'd like, but it was heavy, stone heavy.
I remember that night, the night the Fillmore closed, and listening to WNEW FM and wondering what it might be like to work for them. Well, just a few weeks later, I was. Hi, this is Dennis Elsis, and it was a late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, July 11th, 1971, that I did my first show here. Now, for the rest of that summer of 71 and into the fall, I worked at all hours of the day and night. In January of 1972, I became the station's music director. And for the next 4.5 years, I ran the music library, assisted in programming, had regular weekend shows, and did lots of fill-in work until I took over the 6 to 10 p.m. slot in 1976. Maybe my fondest memory of that period, and perhaps of my 16-plus years here, was that afternoon, September 28th, 1974, in fact, when a member of the Beatles came to visit our studios for the first time at WNEW FM.
Walls and Bridges, which happens to be my new album, and I'm Dr. Winston O'Boogie, otherwise known as John Lennon, and that was What You Got. The guitar lick was inspired, should we say, by Money, Money, Money by the OJs, was it? Yeah. Because you'd never recognize it now, and that's on Apple or Capitol, and it's available at all those record stores that I keep mentioning.
We need it. It's just a minute past 5 o'clock, so we need an official, and you have to give the FM after the WNEW, and you have to give the city.
The city? Well, we know which city we're in.
No, but in case someone from...
Okay, and you do Metro Media before or after?
Well, that's not legal. You can just throw that in.
Okay, this is... I keep getting your last name lost in my head. Socialist? Dennis will do, will it? Okay, this is John Lennon with Dennis on Metro Media Radio on WNEW FM, New York City. It also comes through on Sterling Cable Manhattan TV on Channel N and Channel 3, and it's very good, you know. They don't even know it themselves. I've been talking to the people here, they don't know it. Well, are we going to play this record now? Or?
No, we have to do commercials.
Oh, well, here's a nice little commercial, and I'll have a whopper if it's a whopper.
It's very odd for me to be sitting here in a way. I guess it's odd for you to be sitting here, too, in a way. Because, 10 years ago, I was just a Beatle freak sitting there taping you off the Ed Sullivan Show and
just a Beatle
and
freak.
Buying the records and so on and so forth.
Now you get them free.
That's true. And sitting here, and does it make sense to you to have been so important and to be so important to so many people and to have been a member of a group that changed hairstyles and clothing? And does all of that make any sense at all? Can you deal with that enormous...
Well, I have to deal with it because, I was in it, When I look back on it, it's sort of vaguely astounding, the fact that I was in there. But when you're in it, we always call it the eye of the hurricane, It was calmer right in the middle than it was on the peripherals. And what was the rest of it you said? Because you got me onto that Chuck Berry thing, right?
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about before.
Yeah, I wondered, because I sit here now as a disc jockey playing the record and interviewing John Lennon as a guest on the program. But 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3-4 years ago, this would have been the most unlikely thing in the world to me, and I find it wonderful and ironic and very weird at the same time that it would happen this way.
Well, I guess I understand your point, because I was doing a radio thing on the phone with a radio station somewhere. I don't know I can't remember where it was, and the guy was talking the same way, so it was strange, because he'd been 16 in the middle of all the Beatlemania, and there I was on the phone mumbling, and he put it well. He said it was like when he saw me on Mike Douglas' show, the way I was acting towards Chuck Berry, because although I was there with Chuck Berry and I'd been sitting backstage with him, I met him a few times over the years, I still had that feeling that when I was 16, those are the records I listened to at what we called milk bars in England, and the jukebox, and I could never quite see him as a human, because there was one of my idols actually talking to me, and I understood when I used to order a steak and something, and the waiter just didn't hear me because he was too busy looking at me saying, it talks. It talks. So I understand it in a way, because if I see any of those people from that period of my life when I was 16, I really don't know quite if I'm all there when I'm talking to them. It's a sort of effort to see, oh yeah, it's a human being, but it is Chuck Berry, isn't it?
It's very nice to know that it's a human being. I mean, it's delightful to feel as comfortable as you've made me the last hour and a half
well,
or so.
Well, vice versa, because this is your territory, not mine,
I'm glad you came up, too, because, you've been in New York 3-4 years, and we've played the records, and it's a delight to finally have you come down and say hi, and I do hope that you'll come back again, too.
Well, you can see I'm enjoying it. I wish I'd brought more of my oldies, but I thought I wouldn't want to flood all these young glitter kids with oldie records from the 60s, but I really do enjoy it, and I always felt a bit more strange about doing radio in New York, because I began to feel as though it was my hometown, and it's like almost putting on an act to go on the radio. I did a lot of TV in the early days I was here, but that was different. TV's big and it goes everywhere, and it really is a show in a way. But I tend to felt as though I could do radio easier in, say, LA or Frisco, where it was like being in a foreign country almost. But here I feel so, well, people know me, they see me on the street. I've been almost in every cab in New York. It's strange to be sort of talking through a microphone to people. But I do enjoy it. And as you know, I've told you that, I listen to your station because they've always been good to me and my friends and the music. And also, I said before, it comes through the cable TV, and I'm a TV freak. So there you are, playing the stuff. And I thought, I always meant to come down, but I always think, well, what do you do? I'm John Lennon, I'm coming down to play record. You feel such a fool. But here I am, and I'd talked to Elton John, who's a good friend, and he does it, and I thought, well, he is the big one now. I mean, there's not many bigger than him at the moment, and he feels comfortable. He enjoys himself. He told me he had a good time, and he sort of almost turned me on to doing this kind of thing again.
Seeing it's Thanksgiving, and Thanksgivings are joyous occasions, we thought we'd make tonight a little bit of a joyous occasion by inviting someone up with us onto stage. And I'm sure he will be no stranger to anybody in the audience. But I say, it's our great privilege, and your great privilege, to see and hear Mr. John Lennon.
His appearance last night, how long had you been planning that he would come and work with you on the stage for a few songs?
Well, I've always thought, when we did the track and when the album did really well and the single got to #1, I thought it would be nice for him to do Lucy with us on stage, because he was all knocked out that we did that, and I thought it would be good if he did Whatever Gets You Through the Night. And I didn't pressure, I didn't say, I didn't actually phone him up and say, will you do it? I got Tony to sort of breach the ice, and he said he was interested but petrified of New York. And so I phoned him up and said, listen, if you're right, just come on and do Lucy if you're going to be, But we got together in New York. It wasn't, and we talked about what we should do, and we had a rehearsal on Tuesday night at the record plant, and we did Whatever Gets You Through the Night and Lucy. And then I said, listen, they're gonna want more than two. You're gonna have to do another one. So I suggested Imagine first of all, and he said, well, yeah, but it's a bit boring. I'd rather do something up tempo. So I came up with I Saw Her Standing There, which is the first track on the first Beatles album. And it was great because he said he never sung it, Paul sang it. So all the 3 songs that we did on stage last night, he'd never performed on stage at all, because he never did Lucy in the Sky on stage, because at that point the Beatles had sort of given up touring. So, I mean, he came to us last week, he came to Boston with us and got petrified and sort of was more nervous than I was going on stage. Last night it was reversed. I was absolute jittering. I was terrible, and he was okay. And it was just one of those magical things. I mean, for me anyway, just to actually be playing on stage and then on walks John Lennon, just completely blew my head off.
We're going to do a number now which is written by a certain gentleman on the stage, Mr. Paul McCartney, and it happens to be our new single. And if you don't sing on this one, I want to hear you raise that roof up to the ceiling. Come on. This one's one of the best songs ever written. Here we go. In a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow girl with the sun in her eyes, and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh, follow her down to a bridge by a fountain, the rocking horse people eating marshmallow pie. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. I'm in the back with your head in the clouds and you're gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. On a train in a station with plasticine porters with looking glass ties. Suddenly someone is there at the turnstiles, the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Don't you know that everything in the sky with diamonds, Lucy in the sky with diamonds, Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
The 20 years of WNEW-FM will return after this.
Hello, I'm John Entwistle, wishing 102.7 WNEW-FM in New York a happy 20th anniversary.
The Stone Pony presents the exclusive tri-state area appearance of the Randy Bachman Burton Cummings Band. Tomorrow, Saturday, October 31st. What do you get when you reunite Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings? You get the nucleus of the Guess Who and the many hits including...
Stay away from me. No time left for you.
Plus, as an extra bonus, you get Randy Bachman, the man who wrote the hits The Drive and Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Taking care of business. You know, you just ain't seen nothing yet.
Upcoming shows November 12th. Tickets on sale now for John Entwistle. November 13th, Johnny Winter. November 14th, Marshall Crenshaw. November 21st, Blue Oyster Cult. And December 4th, Molly Hatchet. Tickets at Ticketron, Teletron, and the Stone Pony box office. Doors open 9 p.m. The Stone Pony, 913 Ocean Avenue, Asbury Park, New Jersey. Call 201-988-7177. That's 201-988-7177. Don't miss 2 hours of classic rock from the 60s and 70s, as well as the new tunes from the Randy Bachman Burton Cummings Band. BTO's Riding in Reverse without Randy Bachman. Come see the real thing tomorrow, Halloween night at the legendary Stone Pony.
Part of our 20th anniversary special at the place where rock lives, 102.7 WNEW-FM.
Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW-FM. Some of you may remember back in the early 70s when Dave Herman used to end his rock and roll morning show with this.
Well, thank you very much, and now I think it's time for us all to go. So from all of us to all of you, not forgetting the boys in the band and our producer, Reg Thorpe, would like to say, God bless. So if you're out tonight, don't forget, if you're on your bike, wear white. Evening all.
And this is Dave Herman. How you all doing? I was working on a now defunct radio station here in New York, the old WABC-FM, late in 1971, when Scott Muni called me and said, how'd you like to come to work at WNEW-FM? And I said, how much money you want to pay me? And he told me, and I said, they'll pay me 5 times that. So that was the end of that conversation. Then about 2 months, that's the truth. Then about 2 months later, he called again. And he said, how'd you like to work for WNEW-FM? But of course, at that time, I no longer had a job. So he got me good and cheap. And I said, I'd love to work for WNEW-FM. And of course, I meant that. I said, which shift? He said, the morning show. I said, the morning show? Because I had been working late at night for the few years before that. I says, nobody listens to rock and roll on the radio early in the morning. I don't want to do that. And he said, yes, you do. And he said, trust me, I'll make you a star. And I said, okay. And so starting on the 22nd day of May, 1972, I started to do the morning show here on WNEW-FM. And except for a couple of years, I have done it ever since and loved really most every minute of it. There were a few mornings, but most every minute of it. It seems pretty crazy all these years later, being such a fan and a crazy for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, that at one time, I really didn't pay very much attention to the records he was making, that first album at least. But then one night I was dragged down to the bottom line. It was Bruce's opening night there, and I literally couldn't believe what I saw. In fact, the next morning, on the morning show, I actually apologized to the listeners of WNEW-FM for having ignored Bruce's music for so long. I'd never seen anything like it and actually couldn't wait for the next night to go back there and see the show again. This time we were broadcasting the show live on WNEW-FM. In fact, we got some of that right now here on WNEW-FM.
But Bruce really has to be seen to be believed, and of course we can't bring him to you visually tonight, but we're going to do the next best thing and bring him to you live on the radio.
Well, that's kind of what's interesting about doing this broadcast. Wednesday night when I saw him, I knew we would be broadcasting him Friday night, and for a while I just closed my eyes for about a whole 20-minute segment to try to kind of feel what it's going to be like listening to him at home, and I really think that the magic and the excitement is going to carry through on the air.
Okay, Bruce is just passing us now, heading for the stage, so, and I think you heard him. He'll be with us in a very, very short period of time. Bruce's music really, to me anyway, is New York City. Of course, his last album, The Wild, The Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle.
The E Street Band.
The E Street Band. And they're into their huddle now. Bruce has the ball on the 20-yard line, and we're just about set to go.
I want to know that the weigh-in today, I was feeling really good. And I'm weighing at a clean 135 pounds, man. And I'm ready to go out there right now, and I think I can take this guy in a few rounds. So I'll check it later, man.
Okay, for the heavyweight championship of the world now, we turn you over to the stage and Bruce Springsteen.
Teardrops on the city bed, Scooter searching for his groove. Look at that. Seems like the whole world's walking pretty and you can't find the room to move. Everybody better move over, that's all. I'm running on the baseline and I got my back to the wall. Take Avenue, freeze out. I was standing in the jungle trying to take in all the heat they was given. Well, and I was talking to sidewalk riding, line with the light of the living. Tenement window and turns into blind. Turn around the corner, things got real quiet real fast. I walked into a Avenue freestyle. Was made uptown and the big man joined the band. From a coastline to the city, the little brother's ways a house. Yes, it did. I'm gonna sit back right easy and now. The Scooter and the big man was a city in hell.
backstage now. Richard Neer of WNEW FM. Hey, Bruce, good fight. You won, I think. 12 rounds, babe, 12 rounds.
I'm going about in the 10th round, but I started lighting up a little and started getting it right in this section. But I think by the finish, I think they scored it right. What do you think, Jay?
Oh, your eyes pretty messed up, man.
I know.
Fight again?
I'm going to take a break. Let me take a break.
Back into the trainer's room for a rub down and a cold shower, and Bruce will be okay. What a concert. What a concert. Back here with Dennis Elsis and Dave Herman, and I think any comments we might have would be superfluous at this point. You heard it. You didn't see it, unfortunately, and if you don't have tickets, you can't because it's sold out. Standing room lines were all the way around the block at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Dave, what do you think?
Maybe the best thing I can tell you is the kind of response they're getting at the bottom line throughout the performance on the phones. I guess people kind of dialing across their radio have been coming across this music and hearing something about the bottom line on the station breaks and not even realizing what's going on and what they're listening to. And the phones have been ringing all evening. Hundreds of telephone calls with people just saying, who am I listening to? This is incredible.
And in closing, I would like to thank everybody who made this possible. We can't mention everyone by name, of course, but starting out with Columbia Records, Joe Sienkiewicz and Erwin Siegelstein, who really pulled the whole thing through. The management, Laurel Canyon Management, Mike Appel, who also mixed the broadcast. Dennis McNamara for technical supervision, along with David Vanderhayden and Larry Brody. And, of course, the owners of the bottom line, Alan Pepper and Stanley Snodowski. It was just an incredible concert.
And you forgot one group of people. Bruce Springsteen and the East Street Band, which is a very hard thing to say because it always comes out Bruce Springsteen and the Easteen Band, but it's Bruce Springsteen and the East Street Band.
Give me a goddamn bacon, dang, don't some of my names too.
All right.
Okay.
What a night that was. Bruce Springsteen live at the bottom line over WNEW FM in New York. And if that was one of our most triumphant moments in 20 years, one of our most bizarre moments occurred about a month and a half later, on October 6th, 1975. A young man took a number of hostages in a bank on 6th Avenue and ended up live on the radio with Scott Muni at WNEW FM.
All the ragmen draw circles up and down the block. I'd ask him what the matter was, but I know that he don't talk. And the ladies treat me kindly, and they finish me with tape. But deep inside my heart, I know I can't escape.
Oh, God, you got a lot of noise. Can you hear anything?
This really be the end. To be stuck in
Mobile with the Memphis Blues again, right?
Right.
It's a great song. That's where I am, stuck inside of Mobile.
I thought you definitely, I know her having a problem right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a drag, But like I've gone this far, and here I am, and like I can't get out.
I didn't mean that with this stuck inside of Memphis and all that. That's Dylan saying it. And,
yeah, well, I think Dylan.
You a local guy?
Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact.
Okay, look, okay, then I can talk to you one-on-one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is really what I want to do. Yes? Yeah, you are. You got a radio there? Can you hear it now? With Dylan, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Do you want to say anything? Is there anything that anyone can do that you want, that you need, that we can help?
I guess not. What can be done? Here I am.
Well, no,
I want to get some, I want them to start acting on getting some negotiations set up with the West Coast.
Okay, right. Well, now I assume that authorities are doing that, right?
I haven't seen any. I let 3 hostages go. They wanted to see some good faith. They said if I let this one guy go, they'd get the alarms off. Still, the alarms are ringing. They're doing nothing for me. They're not cooperating with me in any way. I don't know what else to do but to carry out one of my threats, because they're not doing anything.
You mean you've asked them to, first of all, turn the alarms off?
Yeah, right. That's very simple.
I can hear the noise in the background.
Right, isn't that a drag?
Are those the bank alarms?
Yeah. Well, there's one. Someone opened the door and ran into the basement, and so the alarm went off. They say it's battered, but it should be able to shut it off.
Yeah, okay. Now, we'll have someone in the news department try to get to authorities now to get the sound off, too. Because I can understand that's got to get you up a little tight. Mike Eisgrouse is working on that.
Got a couple of numbers of some good cologne. I could really relax.
Okay, oh, you don't have that, I'm sure.
I don't have any smoke with me. I should have brought a stash.
Can your head, then, can we talk, or can I do something, or is there anyone you would like for me to contact for you?
No, I'm not in, I'll tell you, I'm not in touch with anyone, you know, on the outside world, really. I've been out of touch with everyone. And here I am, by myself.
Is there someone else there with you?
No, I'm by myself.
You are by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you got quite a responsibility. You got a number of people there. Well, I guess some people are just like you and like me. I guess there's some street people there. And were some of the people customers that you have there?
Yeah, I've got a few customers, and I guess I've got 3 customers and how many? 4 customers and 3 employees.
Okay, and I know you let a couple of people go, right?
I let 3 people go.
And what?
I let I let the bank manager go and 2 customers. You know, this one guy attacked me, man. I had to knock him down, and, you know, I didn't hurt him. I just got him off my back. You know?
Why did you let him go? Did you give him a message?
No message.
Something
He
you
was
needed?
just a hassle. He had terrible vibes. He was bad vibes all the way. He just, you know, in a situation like this, you have to be cool. What else can you do? You know, you have to be cool and wait it out.
Well, that's
exactly.
exactly.
Wind up dead. You know, it's the only thing that I can, you know.
No, you know, one of the reasons I think why I'm talking to you and why I think you want to talk too is that whatever you do want, or whatever, you know, something that begins ends. But if we can keep that from happening, then I would certainly, you know, that's why I'm talking to you, really. In any way, if I can keep you calm and keep the situation calm and see if we can get people together to talk to you and try to get something that you want.
I'd like to get out of here some way alive, but I don't think that's going to happen, you know. I just, you know, because these guys don't want to see me get away.
Yes.
And America doesn't want to see me get away.
Wait a
Not
minute.
the majority of Americans, anyway.
Hold it.
I'm sure I've got some people out there on my side, and...
Cat?
Yeah, then I got the rednecks who want to string me up.
Well, wait a minute. So far, you know, so far, the position you're in, you're certainly not going to be shot or anything, and as long as you're not doing harm to anyone else, no one's going to do harm to you.
Anyone in any way.
Can I?
The one guy who did attack me, I just, you know, pushed him back, handcuffed him, and got him out of here.
Can I walk in, talk to you, bring you out if you are guaranteed that no one is going to shoot you?
Oh, for sure, Scott. I wouldn't mind seeing you in person.
Man, if I came there and walked in, and you got to recognize my voice, and walked out with you knowing that no one would shoot you, and everyone would be all right. I'm going to tell you, nobody wants to shoot you, and you don't want to shoot anybody else. That's the formation,
But
man.
I would, if I had to, I would. You know, if it was them or me, you know, I would do them. You know?
I don't think it's that way, man. You know, you didn't hurt anybody. You haven't hurt anybody. Don't you understand that?
Listen, I'm gonna split for a while and listen to the radio and try to get some negotiations worked out with these guys. If you want to come down here, you know, or talk more with, I don't mind. I enjoy talking with you. You know, about I don't. Some of these people will call up.
Hey, you got this number, man?
These straight people. I can't relate to straight people very well. You know, it's just never been my scene.
Okay, if I'm going to come down there, and if I can help, man, I'm going to make it known to them that I'm there, and you know my voice, and if you hear my voice and you want to talk to me, I'll come in there and talk to you, man.
Out of sight.
I'll be the middle person.
Beautiful.
Okay, Cat?
So what do you do? You
all
get
I can,
off at 6, right?
I get off at 6, and Dennis is going on.
What time is it now?
It's 2 minutes to 6.
No kidding. Well, I guess that's about it.
This is a special report from WNEW News. This is John Lyons, and it's all over peacefully.
This is Mike Eisgrouse, WNEW News, on the corner of 12th Street and 6th Avenue, where some hostages have been pulled out, and also the man who's been holding them, a man named Cat, apparently has given up and has surrendered to police. This came after an hour and a half during which there was no telephone contact with the man, where the police were trying to shout into the front of that bank, the Bankers Trust Company office, and then try to get him to come out. And for some reason, this man has apparently given up, and this long siege, more than 8 hours, is over.
The whole ordeal started at about 3. The police say Fast Ray Olson apparently walked into the bank with a gun. Somebody called police, and the gunman found himself trapped. He turned the gun on the people inside, 10 people, and the siege was on. A few minutes later...
That's okay. It's all right. It's Mike Eisgrouse. You're in the bank right now, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're hanging out, man. We're waiting to negotiate to get Patty, the Harrises, and the Oriental chick out of jail, and then also to get $10 million in gold.
Are you one of the people who are holding people hostage?
Yeah, would I rap to you if I wasn't?
I don't know. You're in the middle of the bank right now, right?
Yes.
And what group are you?
Lebanese Liberation Army.
And who are you holding there? What is the scene there? Can you describe
We've got 10 people here, hostages, handcuffed and on the floor, held at gunpoint. And,
Have you hurt any of them?
No, no one is injured.
And how many of you are there?
There's 2 of us.
2 of you?
Yes.
And you're members of the Symbionese Liberation Army?
Yes.
It turned out later that Olson was not connected in any way with the SLA. In our original call, right after Eisgrau identified himself as a reporter for WNEW, Olson perked up. Yeah, he said, play some Grateful Dead. He was a fan of WNEW FM, and he had a radio with him. Eisgrau got Olson in touch with WNEW's Scott Muni. Muni was able to convince Olson that somehow Muni could help, and he and Eisgrau were whisked downtown by police officials and set up direct contacts with the man inside the bank. It turned out that the gunman became insensible in further contacts, and police now tell us the last 3 hostages took the gun away from Olson and ended the whole thing. Again, the bank siege is over. Everybody is safe. The gunman is in police custody. I'm John Lyons, WNEW News.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in. Keep trucking, like the Doodah Man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep trucking on. Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. A typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings. Dallas got a soft machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York got the ways and means and just won't let you be. Most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days they know they gotta get going. Out of the door and down to the street all alone. Trucking like the Doodah Man once told me, you got to pay your hand. Sometimes the cards ain't worth a dime if you don't lay them down. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been. What in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her spot, but you know she isn't the same. Living on Reds, vitamin C and cocaine. All a friend can say is, ain't it a shame? Trucking up the Buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time to pick a place to go and just keep trucking on. Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Gotta take, they're gonna kick the door in again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in. Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, it gets to wearing thin. They just won't let you be. You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel. Get tired of traveling, you wanna settle down. I guess I can't revoke yourself a time. Get out. around. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Maybe it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been. Trucking, I'm going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking. Come on, come on.
The 20 years of WNEW FM will return after this.
This is Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead, and I'd like to say you're listening to WNEW FM, where rock lives.
I just called to say
I love you. Hi, everybody. This is Uncle Steve, and you already know that 102.7 WNEW FM is the place where rock lives. But did you know? Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show, 6 to 10. Ray White, 10 to 2. Professor Scott Mooney, 2 to 5. Carol Miller, 5 to 9. Dan O, 9 to 1. Ken Dasher, 1 to 5. The Weekend Warriors, Dennis Elsa, Peter Fornatel, Harris Allen, and Cindy Mankowski. Sports Blast with Jim Monahan. Metal Shop, the only show with teeth, Friday at midnight. Mixed Bag, Sunday mornings. Mr. Mari Party Line, WUDSHAR, Butcher, 102.7 WNEW FM New York. Thank you, everybody. This is Uncle Steve. I love ya.
Yeah, Michelob presents another great weekend of rock and roll at the Ritz with 2 big nights of hot rhythm and blues. It's the Texas Jam featuring the fabulous Thunderbird.
Wrap it up, I'll take it.
Plus special guest Omar and the Howlers. Don't miss the fabulous Thunderbirds and Omar and the Howlers for a hot Texas Jam. Then Saturday night at the Ritz, it's a red hot Halloween party. Look out, baby, we got the red hot chili peppers. The red hot chili peppers, whoa boy, with special guests Royal Crescent Mob and Faith No More. Put on your costume and enter the annual Ritz costume contest. And coming up Sunday and Monday, you can party with Kid Creole and the Coconuts, all at the Ritz on 11th Street. Grab your tickets at the Ritz box office or any Ticketmaster location. The night belongs to Michelob.
That's the fabulous Thunderbirds tonight at the Ritz.
G'day from Matilda Bay, Australia. The birds and blokes here in the pub would like to introduce you to our smooth refresher, Matilda Bay Wine Cooler. Here's Blue Watson, Crocodile Wrangler.
Hey, leave that stool-leg alone, Snappy. See, that ordinary cooler grog couldn't cut it here in Matilda Bay, so we nutted out our own. You've never tasted a cooler like it, right, Snappo?
Thanks, Blue. Snappy. And here's Janine, shepherdess and paralegal.
Matilda Bay is a different kind of cooler from a different kind of place.
Any Matilda Bay serving suggestions?
It's great over ice, with or without fruit. And before serving, open it first.
Righto, hit it, Charlie.
Drinking Matilda, Matilda Bay Cooler. You drink Matilda Bay Cooler with me. Tastes different from any ordinary cooler grog. You'll drink Matilda Bay Cooler with me.
Give Matilda Bay Cooler a go. It'll take your taste away from the everyday.
Now you can enjoy Matilda Bay, because it's being made by our mates in the States.
The Club NA Dinner Theater is proud to present an evening with Tower of Power on Saturday, October 31st.
What is it? Tell me, if you think you know it. What is it? Said if you really hear.
Tower of Power will be at Club NA this Saturday, October 31st. The Club NA Dinner Theater is located on Route 35 South in Sayreville, New Jersey. For information, call Club NA 201-727-3000. That's 201-727-3000. On Saturday, November 7th, Club NA welcomes Lee Rittenauer. Coming up at Club Binet, it's Bachman Turner Overdrive on November 20th and Meatloaf November 28th at the Club Binet Dinner Theater on Route 35 South in Sayreville, New Jersey. For more information, call Club Binet 201-727-3000. That's 201-727-3000. Saturday, October 31st, Tower of Power live at Club Binet.
But what do you mean? Our holiday merchandise has been shipped early. There's no other choice. We've got to make room. So through Monday at Future West Waterbed, it's Waterbed Mania. We mobilized our salespeople to offer you some of our best deals ever and no payments till February. Like the bookcase headboard San Diego waterbed, just $249. The beautiful almond lacquer Portofino waterbed, just $4.99. Even a big canopy waterbed with gallery shelf, edge mirrors, glass cabinets, lights, walnut lacquer, and more, just $12.99. Plus, listen to this. Buy your qualifying bedroom set now, and we'll match your down payment with up to $500 in discount. And on your approved credit with qualifying purchase, no payments till February. But you better hurry. It must end Monday night at Future West Waterbed.
Bring in any waterbed or bedroom furniture, newspaper ad, and Future Rest will take 10% off their price. Comparable merchandise. Future Rest Waterbeds, Rockaway Town Square Mall, upper level near Sears, and Willowbrook Mall, Wayne, New Jersey.
20 years of incredible memories. Let's relive some more at 102.7 WNEW-FM, New York.
Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW-FM.
Seems to be ready. Are you ready? Well, they've done the biggest visits to all sorts of other places in America. The biggest one in New York. The first one for years.
One memorable afternoon in the mid-'70s, we covered what was supposed to be a Rolling Stones press conference at a hotel downtown on Fifth Avenue. Here's what happened when I turned things over to Scott Muni.
Thank you, Pete. We're here. The press conference is ready to begin momentarily. There are a few surprises that will take place. Number one will be that one of the speakers at the press conference will be Professor Irwin Corey. Right now we're waiting. I hear the PA system seems to be getting ready, so we'll go down to the podium.
I just wanted to mention, for those who have asked, there will be a press release for your use as soon as the Stones get here. But in the meantime, I would like to introduce you to Professor Irwin Corey, the world's foremost authority.
In 56 concerts, they're going to reach 1,500,000 people. Now, what is that? It'll bring in about $15 million, but this is only the currency which is necessary to use as the medium of exchange. We're going to give them this, and they're going to give us that. Now, people ask, what is that? Well, that is a pronoun used sometimes instead of this. Now, if you don't know what this is, that ain't going to mean nothing to you. Boy, the Rolling Stones have not been in this country for many years due to the fact that there has been some complacency on the part of the administration to activate the cultural efforts.
This may cause a problem for some of you, and some of you may be excited about. The Rolling Stones are outside.
What the hell are they doing outside?
On the truck. And you all are invited to come out.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out in the street now, outside the restaurant on Fifth Avenue. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. We're on the street, and there are a number of people out here, but now this is the surprise. The Stones are coming up right now on a flatbed truck. Dave Herman is here, and here comes the truck now into view, and they're going to be, yep, they are. There's Mick Jagger and the Stones. They're all here. Now you hear the sound. Let's pick it up.
that the truck is pulling away, and we're being crushed, literally crushed. Mick Jagger has just thrown out the announcements of the tour.
Will be on 5 days in New York.
June 22nd through 27th. Right. They'll be at Madison Square Garden. Those dates, June 22nd to 27th. Tickets, I suppose at this moment, now that it's official, will be on sale at Madison Square Garden.
There's a crowd of several hundred people just following the truck down Fifth Avenue.
It's multiplying every minute.
They're on their way down towards Washington Square Park.
Yes, we're 2 blocks from Washington Square Park now, where the hotel was, and I hope you could feel some of the excitement that was in the air here. We literally were crushed.
Would it satisfy you? Would it satisfy you? Would you think the boy is strange? Ain't it strange? If I could win you, if I could sing you a love song so divine, would it be enough for your cheating heart? If I broke down and cried, if I cried, I'm saying I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Yes, I do. Well, I like it. I like it. I said, can't you say it's all boy, I've been lonely. If I'm still a knife in my heart, suicide right on stage. Would it be enough for your teenage love? Would it help to ease the pain? Ease your brain. If I did down deep in my heart, there is no blood on the page. Would it satisfy? Would it start on fire? Would you think the boy's insane? He's insane. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Yes, I do. Well, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I said, can't you say that this old boy's been lonely? And do you think that you're the only one around? I bet you think that you're the only one in town. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Yes, I do. Well, I like it. 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 Only rock and roll, but 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 I like it.
It's only rock and roll. And that's what it's all about at WNEW-FM, bringing great music to our listeners and bringing great music live all through the years, especially those free concerts that we presented in New York Central Park, on the Sheep Meadow and the Great Lawn. Those concerts really have become legendary. Jefferson Airplane back in 72, the Starship in 75, Beach Boys in 77, James Taylor 79, Elton John in 80, and Simon and Garfunkel 1981. Here are some highlights.
Richard Neer and Dave Herman, and we're live at Central Park with Jefferson Starship.
About 70,000 people here on WNEW-FM in New York.
One radio station and one rock and roll band together have given you a quarter of a century of rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, WNEW-FM presents the Beach Boys! I wish they all could be California. I wish they all, what do you say? California. I wish they all could be California girls.
NEW has this policy, to try to provide a free concert a year for people, and they asked us if we would do it, and they've been really fantastic about giving us all kinds of airplay in the past. Pete Fornatello is a big Beach Boy fan. Scott Muni there, the program director, has been really good to us.
How do you feel about all those people out there to see you?
I feel like if I were living in New York and there was free Beach Boy concerts, I'd be there too.
Dance to the romance, small bottle and so I thought I'd take a chance. Rockin' and rollin', rockin' and beatin', Suit, Betty Lou, Charlie Al Jardine, and Nudie. Rockin' in a roll, rockin' in a beat.
This is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, Bill Butel, plus Warner Wolf, Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team. Broadcasting direct from the Eyewitness Newsroom.
This has got to be New York at its summer best. A huge, maybe a record crowd for James Taylor, and for a very good cause. The cause is Central Park. The Sheep Meadow right here. People from Merjani, the people who make Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, are selling these buttons at $1 a shot. And as artfully demonstrated by Dennis Elsis, WNEW-FM is selling Rock Lives T-shirts. Dennis is the night jock on NEW. 6 to 10. You look taller on the radio. What's the purpose behind all of this?
Joel, as you probably know, the Sheep Meadow is in a lot of trouble. The grounds have had better times, and so they're trying to raise about $50,000 today by selling these shirts and those buttons in order to resod and set up a sprinkler system so we can save the Sheep Meadow. That's the whole purpose of the free music contributed by James Taylor.
James Taylor is here free tonight. He is the sweet singer of rock and roll. Let's give him a listen.
Well, good morning. It's Dan O. from Central Park on WNEW FM in New York. We already have somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 people gathered on the Great Lawn for some rock and roll music with Elton John for free. There were some folks that were here 2 days ago at 10 o'clock in the morning, roping off areas just to be sure they had a great seat for this show. It's pretty incredible. We'll try and move about and talk with them a little bit later on as the reports continue from Central Park.
Let's check out what's going on. Fellas?
I'm right here, Pete. It's
Hi,
Scott Muni, and I have a gentleman resplendent in green, full of entertainment very shortly, Elton John. Hi, Elton.
Hi.
Welcome to the park.
Thank you very much. It's some day out here. I can't believe it.
The park now, the crowd here is the largest it's ever been in the Great Lawn in its history. Great Lawn is, of course, 5 baseball fields.
Everyone's just out there for have a good time on a beautiful afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Simon and Garfunkel.
We'd like to know a little bit about you for our fine. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven knows a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. Hiding in a hiding place where no one ever goes. And in your pantry with your cookies. It's a little secret, it's just the Robinsons' affair. Most of all, you've got to hide it from the kids who look at you. Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven knows a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday
Oh, the reunion that night was a Oh, the reunion that night was a night that I'll never forget. It still has the same glow to me. It was a total surprise to us. We thought, of course, that a lot of people would come, but we had no idea that it was going to be 500,000 people.
What a night! God, I thought it might be somewhat crowded, but we seem to have filled the place.
The 20 years of WNEW-FM will return after this.
Hi, this is Grace Slick wishing 1027 WNEW-FM in New York a very happy 20th anniversary.
Budweiser Rock and Roll. 2 nights of rockin' at the Beacon. Friday night, November 20th. The return to the Beacon Theater of the Replacements. In July, they sold out the Beacon. Now they return for an encore performance.
I can't wait.
Unpredictable and freewheeling. The Replacements, Friday night, November 20th. Then on Thanksgiving Eve, live in New York for the first time in over 6 years. The Beacon Theater brings you the legendary Joe Cocker. The Mad Dog is back, November 25th. Joe Cocker. Special guest, Peter Himmelman. Tickets for both shows at the Beacon Theater box office, Capitol Theater in Passaic. Ticketron outlets or charged through Teletron. Produced by John Scher. November 20th, The Replacement. November 25th, Joe Cocker at the Beacon. This bud's for you.
It's the talk of the town. Metropolitan Compact Discs, now at A&S in Queens Center and Manhasset, is the compact disc store you've been waiting for. Come see for yourself the tremendous selection and affordable price Metropolitan offers you at A&S. Join in the extraordinary compact disc experience with sounds like...
Can't keep my eyes from the circling sky. Tongue-tied and twisted, just an
Pink Floyd's masterpiece Momentary Lapse of Reason and Bruce Springsteen's new CD Tunnel of Love, and both incredibly priced at $10.99 each. Select from hundreds of additional current hit compact disc titles on CBS, featuring artists such as David Gilmour, Elvis Costello, Mick Jagger, Roger Waters, and the Hoodoos, all incredibly priced at just $8.99 to $13.99. Metropolitan Compact Discs now at A&S stores in Queens Center and Manhasset. Terrific.
Ashford and Simpson for AT&T Long Distance.
Reach out. It's an easy thing to do. You can make it happen. With just a word or two, all you do is reach out. Reach out and touch someone. People you miss so much. They long for your touch. You know what words can do, coming from you.
The sweetest sound I've ever heard was the sound of my daughter's voice.
And wherever we are in the world, all we have to do is pick up the phone.
It's like we never left home.
All you do is reach out and touch someone.
When the love comes right through, that's AT&T, the right choice.
Attention all werewolves, witches, ghosts, and goblins. Get on your broomsticks and go to Crazy Eddie, because Crazy Eddie's celebrating Halloween with a Crazy Eddie Halloween Blowout Blitz. Yes, Crazy Eddie is unmasking the lowest sale prices ever on anything and everything in home entertainment and home appliances during his Halloween Blowout Blitz. Get a color TV, get a camcorder on sale now. Get a stereo rack system, get a VCR on sale now. Get a microwave oven, get a telephone answering machine. They're all on sale now, too. Remember, there's only one place to go for the lowest sale prices, only one, and that's Crazy Eddie. Crazy Eddie guarantees you the lowest sale prices you'll ever find, full moon or no moon. Now's the time to go to Crazy Eddie, because it's a Crazy Eddie Halloween Blowout Blitz. Crazy Eddie, his prices are... insane!
Crazy Eddie's Halloween Blowout Blitz is going on right now at all great Crazy Eddie superstores. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
20 years of rock and roll right here. Let's get back to some more great memories. Our 20th anniversary special at 102.7 WNEW FM. Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW FM.
At one time or another during the last 20 years, every major newsmaker and personality in rock and roll has sat before our WNEW FM microphones. You've already heard from a few like John Lennon, Bruce Springsteen, and Elton John. Some of my favorite times were spent in the company of The Who. We've covered all of their ups and downs over the years, but probably my favorite visit of all was in August of 1978, when Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, and Keith Moon spent the afternoon here at WNEW FM. Ironically, it was about a month later, Keith Moon was dead. I see some friends of yours are coming in, yeah. Some friends of yours are coming in.
We bought you something.
Goodness gracious.
Wake you up.
All right.
Supreme Macaroni Company.
Little coffee. In case
All right.
those of you who are not aware of what was going on, Keith Moon and Pete Townsend have entered the studio along with Roger Daltrey. We were in a serious discussion, Pete, about what were we talking about?
People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around. Talking about my generation. Things they do look awful. Talking about my generation. I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation. This is my generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? Don't try to dig. Why don't you all fade away? Don't try to dig what we all say. Try to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation. This is my generation. This is my generation, baby. My generation. People try to put us to down. My generation. Just because we could get around. My generation. Things they do look awful cold. My generation. Hope I die before I get old.
Okay, we're back with you here at WNEW FM in New York. We have three of those type people, Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, and Keith Moon. Before we go one step farther, each one of you relate the stories that you just said so that we can share them with everybody, starting with Roger, who was off the Sound fishing. Come on. You were on a boat
I was
fishing.
out fishing in Long Island Sound. On a little tiny boat on my own, about 2 or 3 miles out. I've been out there for a couple of hours, and a guy came by on a surfboard and said, "Come on, man, really dig your music."
It's true.
And I fell off the boat. I couldn't believe it, really. And that's true. I just couldn't believe it.
Had no idea how he knew you were on a boat out there fishing.
Guy on
or
a surfboard.
Well, I followed that with, you know, my idea of a day out in the bay is I took a sort of a sabbatical and I went to India. And you travel 11, 13 hours on the aeroplane and you arrive in India and there's women in sheets and they look at you and they go, Sahib, Sahib, and beggars come up and people with no legs and no eyes and people that have, you know, like, it's a different place you can't imagine. But most of all, it's a great place. Great, just, it's as nice as Long Island Sound in its way. And I figured, well, at least I'm alone. At least I'm alone. And I get my bags and I walk over to the Centre Hotel in Bombay and I walk in and I check my bags and go off to the room to catch some sleep. And some guy comes around and said, "Hello there. Are you? You're not Peter Townsend?" So I said, "Well, I am. Yes." "Oh, Peter Townsend of the Who?" So I said, "Yes, I'm Peter Townsend of the Who." "Oh, please give me your autograph. I'd be most grateful to give me your autograph. And the Who, most wonderful music. Oh, and it just, you know, they reflect the feeling on the streets in Bombay." And I thought, this is it, you know. I mean, it's probably Shepherd's Bush has a pretty good Pakistani population, but it comes to, you can't go anywhere.
Mine was in. I went to go on vacation, and I tried to find like the smallest island out of the way in the middle of nowhere, and I picked a place called Mauritius, which is off the east coast of Africa, and it's past the Seychelles, and it's right just like 6 miles long, 3 miles across, nothing there at all. And I was walking down the main street, and there was a huge Who poster in one of the windows right next to the saris and all that, you know, and straw hats and things, you know. And the next day in the newspapers there was a big article with an old Who picture that they'd got, saying that I'd be playing with a local hotel band.
I woke up in a Soho door where a policeman knew my name.
Unquestionably, the single most emotional night in this radio station's history had to be December 8th, 1980. An evening of mixed emotions, from the highest high to the lowest low. The entire staff had been together for one of our annual Christmas concerts to raise money for United Cerebral Palsy. It was a resounding sellout and success. Always an occasion of great warmth and joy. But then, later, that very night.
This is WNEW FM in New York. I have the extremely sad task of informing you that John Lennon died tonight. He was shot and fatally wounded in front of his home at the Dakota. This report has now been confirmed by all of the other wire services, and this is a New York City police report. And I am at a loss for words. I think for the first time in my career on the radio, I don't have anything to say.
Can you take me back where I came from? Can you take me back? Can you take me back where I came from? Brother, can you take me back? Can you take me back?
John Lennon, it's an amazing thing. It's not just another. I don't know how to say this without it sounding, mundane he was not just another person in the public eye. He was not just another star. He was not just another rock star or movie star or politician or whoever. John Lennon, the enormous amount of grief that is being expressed tonight by people, certainly picking up the telephone, listening to phone calls here at the station is incredible. The man was somebody who touched the hearts and minds of us all as a Beatle, still as a Beatle, and as John Lennon, as he fought so hard to gain his identity as John Lennon. And it's almost as if I'm just flashing back to the day that John Kennedy was shot and killed, and I feel a similar loss and a similar grief. It's something that again goes above and beyond the public figure to somebody who we all dearly loved and who gave us so much. And we gave it back to him too. We loved him too. We loved him, and we let him know in 1,000 different ways. And particularly here in New York, he was one of us. He has been a New Yorker for so many years now, and you'd see him walking down the streets and stuff, and you'd wave and say, "Hi, John." And I've heard so many stories from cab drivers who picked him up and who refused to let him pay, just because they said, "Hey, thank you for all that music. Thank you for all those years." And what a sad and terrible thing that he has to meet his end in this violent, damnable fashion. So if you believe in prayer, say a prayer for John Lennon, and say a prayer for Yoko Ono, and say a prayer for the rest of us.
On a cold December evening, I was walking through the Christmas time when a stranger came up and asked me if I had heard John Lennon died. And the two of us went to this bar, and we stayed to close the place. And every song we played was for the late great Johnny Ace.
I think we should talk to each other. Scott Muni is here. Scott?
Yeah.
The phones have been...
talk to everybody out there.
Okay, the phones have been lighting up here at the station, and I think maybe we'll just take a few of these calls and put them on the air, because perhaps if we talk to each other, we'll somehow get ourselves through this night. WNEW FM.
Hey, Vince?
Yeah. Yeah, you're live on the radio.
Yeah, I know. Of all the people to shoot, why John Lennon? I mean, he was so full of love, and I mean, what is this world coming to? someone goes out and shoots John Lennon, someone who just gave love, 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 someone had sued him like this. I'm only 16 years old, and I love the man. Why?
I have no answer for that. Keep listening, okay? Stick with us.
Sure.
All right, and we'll keep each other company tonight.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. I saw a film today, oh boy. The English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look, having read the
across my head. Found the way downstairs and drank a cup. And looking up, I noticed I was late. Found my coat and grabbed my hat. Made the bus in seconds flat. Found my way upstairs and had a smoke. And somebody spoke and I went into a dream.
Young kids like it as well, but I'm really talking to the people that grew up with me. I'm saying, here I am now. How are you? How's your relationship going? Did you get through it all? Wasn't the 70s a drag, you know? Here we are. Well, let's try and make the 80s good, you know? Because it's still up to us to make what we can of it.
The 20 years of WNEW-FM will return after this.
Hi, this is Ed Koch, your mayor.
congratulating WNEW FM on a terrific 20 years of rock and roll. Keep it up, guys and dolls.
The Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show, weekday 6 to 10 on 102.7 WNEW FM New York. Need we say any more?
Thursday, November 26th at Madison Square Garden and November 30th at Meadowlands Arena. After 2 years, John Cougar Mellencamp returns to the New York area. John Cougar Mellencamp. Sharing his thoughts, performing his music as never before. Absolutely live. Thursday, November 26th at Madison Square Garden and November 30th at Meadowlands Arena. The Lonesome Jubilee. Start off your Halloween right when reserved seat tickets go on sale this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. November 26th, produced by Ron Delsner at Madison Square Garden. Tickets available at the Garden Box Office, Ticketron, and Teletron. November 30th at Meadowlands Arena, produced by John Scher. Tickets available at the Capitol Theater Box Office, all Ticketmaster locations, and the Ticketmaster charge. The Lonesome Jubilee. Check it out.
You're a whole new generation, living life to its expectations, dancing night and day. You feel the Pepsi wave. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. Pepsi, come and join the celebration. Lift it up, drink it down. Now the good times are coming round. Party on, your friends are near. Say what you mean, the choice is clear. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. Pepsi, come and join the celebration. Pepsi.
See the movie, Rex Reed says, keeps you on the edge of your seat. And Michael Medved calls it wildly entertaining. What is The Hidden? We're talking spacemen here. Some people have already found out, and they love it.
It'll knock your socks off.
It had me on the edge of my seat. I was grabbing hold of him all the time.
Awesome movie. You got to get to see it. It's really wild. Dynamite. Fantastic.
The Hidden. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent.
Now playing at a theater near you from New Line Cinema.
The Bottom Line presents tonight and tomorrow night Garland Jeffries. Sunday night, the Alan Stivell Band. Also appearing Pierre Ben-Susan Ensemble. Monday, the 2nd of November, Wah Wah Nee. November 3rd, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and Eric Franson. November 4th, Marty Jones and Don Dixon and Moynihan and Green. November 5th, Lee Rittenauer for one night only. November 6th, and every Wednesday in November, Buster Poindexter and his Banshees of Blue. Doors open at 6:30. For dinner, shows at 8 and 11. For information, call The Bottom Line, 228-6300. We've got a very special Rocktober Classic concert coming up for you at 11 o'clock tonight. You will not want to miss it. But right now, let's get back to our number 4 of our 20th anniversary special at 102.7 WNEW FM, New York.
Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW FM.
The lights have gone down.
Stand by.
The lights have gone down. And the stage is lit up. And the stage, which looked kind of dull before, is multicolored. I don't know exactly how they've got it, but it's day glow and it's beautiful. Lights are kind of dim right now on the stage. Lights are out in the hall. You can hear the crowd. I don't see the band at all, Scott. Do you?
Watch where they come from. Oh, yeah, they're on there now. They're turning.
And they're starting the New York and New Jersey concerts with Under My Thumb. Nick is in the back of the stage now, Scott. He's walking off the stage on a ladder.
And you feel the vibrations. The Meadowlands is moving, my friend.
We're sinking into the swamp.
It's rocking and rolling.
Here we go.
There he is.
Jagger's wearing knee pads.
Knee pads with ballet pants. Knee pads and a green shirt. The American 81 Rolling Stones tour is underway in our area.
This is WNEW FM, and tonight we're live at the Meadowlands because Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band are playing, and Clarence Clemens is standing right here.
How you doing?
How you doing, Clarence?
I'm doing great.
You been having a good time?
Oh yeah. This is pretty wild, this place up here. Where are we here? This is the Halo, eh?
Yeah.
Hello.
So you have been having
Is this
a
what
good...
I look like up here?
Yeah. You look a little bigger than those people.
Yeah, I'm having a great time here.
Oh, great. I'll tell you something. You look great. You got your fatigues on.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready for combat tonight.
Now, are you going to be wearing these? You're wearing Army fatigues and a brown shirt. You're going to be wearing that on the concert tonight?
These are my hanging out clothes. I go and put on my work clothes for the show tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Clarence, you're a doll, and have a good time tonight. We're going to be listening and watching here.
Okay.
And everybody at NEWFM, all our listeners, send their best to you.
Thank you, and I love you all.
This should be any minute now.
Hello, Charlie. Go ahead. So let me just get inside and do a report with all this screaming going on.
Countdown, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, for your cue.
All right. We are live at Brendan Arena. The lights just went down. This crowd is ready to see Bruce Springsteen. And here he comes. Oh, listen a little bit. The whole stadium is on its feet. This place is jumping already. Clarence is decked out in red, white, and blue. He's got a sort of a pale blue suit on, red shoes, a red bandana, and red wristbands on each arm. He looks great. The big man. Right, I'm PC Jones with the Metropolitan Police, and I'm now listening live to Scott Moni in London.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
How about that? And how much do I get paid for that?
Well, we'll get back to you. Just send us a bill.
London. I am right here. We just have a whole lot of extra special people and some of the wackos too. Surprises all week. And be talking to you without a British accent, but live from London. Now, Phil Collins, let's go back to some roots here since we're kind of celebrating the 30th anniversary of rock and roll. And your mates, people that the original Genesis, were you in the same neighborhood? Did you find each other? How'd you find each other?
No, we didn't become manacled together until 1970, which is when I answered an advert in the Melody Maker, which you mentioned earlier. Which used to be the one, the lost and found for musicians all over England, really. And I answered an advert that they had put in, and knowing Tony Stratton-Smith at that time from previous groups, really, when he doesn't like to be reminded of this, but when he used to go down to the Betty shop in his string vest, I've known him since then, really, and so I got involved. I went to the audition and got the job, really. That was 1970. But up until that moment, Genesis were just a name that I'd seen quite a lot in the gigging pages of Melody Maker. They were always seemed to be playing somewhere. And the band I was in weren't playing anywhere, so I was very interested to see why, I was always complaining to our managers why they had the work and we didn't. So coincidentally, we eventually ended up together.
Somehow it's lying there, brings a stillness to the air. Though man-made light at night is very bright, there's no whitewashed victim as the neons dim to the code of white. Wife he's gone, he's forgotten what he did, and the lamb lies down.
From the earliest days of this radio station, we've recognized our responsibility to the community that we serve. Over the years, the WNEW-FM family has raised literally millions of dollars for a wide variety of charitable causes. Our Christmas concerts for UCP began back in the days of the Fillmore, and they've grown in size and stature to the point where we now do them at Madison Square Garden. And the mountain of toys we've collected year after year could probably more than fill the garden. Also, our UCP Bike-a-thons have become annual springtime events for New York City. The calendars and date books we've produced since 1977 have raised a ton of money for the T.J. Martell Foundation for cancer, leukemia, and AIDS research. And let's not forget the WNEW-FM Softball All-Stars, who have traveled all around the tri-state area for hundreds of different charities. And last but not least, on many occasions in the last few years, we've joined forces with our friends in the music industry to combat the problem of hunger at home and around the world. While any number of talented performers have given their time to this worthy cause, we know that all these great events for world hunger stem from the pioneering efforts of our late friend, Harry Chapin.
The way it looks right now, a minimum of 30 million people will die of hunger in the next year. That's if we have a good crop year. If we have a bad year, it'll be more like 50, 60, 70 million. And if it's a bad year, we will have 1 million people a week. 1 million people a week die of malnourishment. And it's really, I mean, I would say that that's the true definition of obscenity. Something, if we had created a race we call the Yahoos, and between 1/8 and 1/4 of that race was not fed by their own people or own kind, when they did have the potential for doing it, we would say, judging this other race, we would say, well, that's a rather strange kind of people. and that's what we do in this country. We've forgotten the whole idea of this country was that we would be doing these kinds of things. That one of the things in the Constitution is and the Bill of Rights, I think, is the right to petition for grievances. One of the things we are supposed to do is to make our government reflect what we care about. And the only way they can do that is if we show what we care about. And this is one of the best ways. I mean, it's really an extraordinary opportunity here that WNEW is giving all of us to register something this clearly.
Now, if a man tried to take his time on earth and prove before he died what one man's life could be worth, well, I wonder what would happen to this world. And if a woman, she used her lifeline as something more than some man serving mother wife time, well, I wonder what would happen to this world. Oh, well, I wonder. Oh, yes, I wonder. What would happen? What would happen to this world? Well, I wonder what would happen to this world.
And the spirit of Harry Chapin has been with us for the past 24 hours, as it is, I think, always in the hunger movement.
Hungerthon 86 concludes our stand at the United Nations with $91,966.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Do they know it's Christmas? Right now, our guest is Bob Geldof. Of course, has been on the run and has been working and producing and doing all sorts of things to help the people who are starving around the world, and is also working on the future plans, which, well, I'll let you talk about that a while.
God.
Aside from taking a deep breath.
Right, well, and what I want to see is the first really global live jukebox ever. And by that I mean we're putting together, hopefully, a concert in Wembley Stadium in Britain and Shea Stadium in New York. And they will be simultaneous, linked up by satellite, broadcast live on radio and television to the world. We hope the audience will be in the region of 500 million people, and we hope that the most of the major acts of both Britain and America will be taking part. It could fall apart, it mightn't happen, but right now, speaking to you here, it looks at 92% certain that it's going to happen, and that'll be taking place in the high summer. And of course, everybody knows all the money that we get out of this we'll be going to the USA for Africa and Band Aid. So we'll keep everybody posted through you, Scott, I suppose.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
20 years of WNEW FM will return after this.
Hello, this is Brian Adams saying happy 20th anniversary to 1027 WNEW FM, the place where rock lives.
Friday night, November 13th, Miller Genuine Draft Concerts at Madison Square Garden presents Squeeze. Brilliant, innovating, eclectic, the genius of Squeeze. They'll be jumping at the Garden with Squeeze. Friday, November 13th, your lucky night at Madison Square Garden. Tickets are available now at Madison Square Garden box office. All Ticketron outlets or call Teletron at 212-947-5850 or 516-794-2560 to charge. The Electric Night Squeeze. Brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, as real as it gets. Produced by Ron Delsner.
G'day from Matilda Bay, Australia. The birds and blokes here in the pub would like to introduce you to our smooth refresher, Matilda Bay Wine Cooler. Here's Blue Watson, Crocodile Wrangler.
Hey, leave that stool-leg alone, Snappy. See, that ordinary cooler grog couldn't cut it here in Matilda Bay, so we nutted out our own. You've never tasted a cooler like it, right, Snappo?
Thanks, Blue. Snappy. And here's Janine, shepherdess and paralegal.
Matilda Bay is a different kind of cooler from a different kind of place.
Any Matilda Bay serving suggestions?
It's great over ice, with or without fruit. And before serving, open it first.
Righto, hit it, Charlie.
Drinking Matilda, Matilda Bay Cooler. You drink Matilda Bay Cooler with me. Tastes different from any ordinary cooler grog. You'll drink Matilda Bay Cooler with me.
Give Matilda Bay Cooler a go. It'll take your taste away from the everyday.
Now you can enjoy Matilda Bay, because it's being made by our mates in the States.
But what do you mean? Our holiday merchandise has been shipped early! There's no other choice. We've got to make room!
So through Monday at Future Rest Waterbed, it's Waterbed Mania. We mobilized our salespeople to offer you some of our best deals ever, and no payments till February. Like the Bookcase Headboard San Diego Waterbed, just $249. The beautiful Almond Lacquer Portofino Waterbed, just $499. Even a big canopy waterbed with gallery shelf, edge mirrors, glass cabinets, lights, walnut lacquer, and more, just $12.99. Plus, listen to this. Buy your qualifying bedroom set now, and we'll match your down payment with up to $500 in discount. And on your approved credit with qualifying purchase, no payments till February. But you better hurry. It must end Monday night at Future Rest Waterbed.
Bring in any waterbed or bedroom furniture newspaper ad, and Future Rest will take 10% off their price. Comparable merchandise. Future Rest Waterbeds, Rockaway Town Square Mall, upper level near Sears, and Willowbrook Mall, Wayne, New Jersey.
Hello, New Yorkers. You don't have to have an uncle in the business to get lowest prices on TV, video, and stereo equipment. I'm Uncle Steve, located at 343 Canal Street, Manhattan. Telephone 226-4010. My prices are just above wholesale. For example, this week, 90-inch color TV, Sony $339, Hitachi or Panasonic $259, Sharp $179, NEC $419, G Stereo or JVC 20-inch remote $295, audio receivers, Denon $209, Yamaha $199, Technics $95, Sony $185, Sony Walkman SRF 537, WMF 4557, microwave Sharp 115, Quasar 89, camcorder Sony CCDB 3790, Panasonic PB100 899, Zenith VM7100 1125, JVC GRC 11739. Call Uncle Steve at 226-4010. The number again, 226-4010, for lowest prices on TV, video, and stereo. Thank you. I love you.
Tonight at 11 o'clock, another classic Rocktober concert for you here from WNEW FM. It's going to be a great one from a very dear friend of ours. So tune in for our classic concert. That'll happen in just about a half an hour, right after the conclusion of our 20th anniversary special, 20 Years of Rock and Roll, right here at 102.7 WNEW FM.
Welcome back to the 20 years of WNEW FM.
Any one of you lily-livered, bow-legged varmints care to slap leather with me?
Stand back, y'all, because it's time. 102.7 WNEW FM New York brings you the shootout at the Hard Rock Cafe with the Kid.
I'm the hootin'est, tootin'est, shootin'est, bobtail wildcat in the West.
And now, live
Live from New York, it's the WNEW FM 18th anniversary celebration at the Hard Rock Cafe. And now here's your host, Scott Muni.
It's our 18th anniversary and our second annual shootout at the Hard Rock over on 57th Street. We will be here all this week live from 2 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. Billy Joel's in the studio with us now, and so's Frank Zappa.
Okay, you go first. I was just walking by in the street, and then there's all these people outside just packing against the wall, and I said, well, you know, Scott's upstairs, and I just walked by, and they said, you know, go say hi to Scott, and ba-boom, look at this. I was just on my way home, and then look at this. This is amazing. This is great.
Billy, what are you working on right now?
I'm writing right now. I'm working on a new album, writing a new album, so anything anybody says is fair game, actually. So
right.
Watch out. This may end up on the album, I don't know.
Great.
Dave Herman is down in Battery Park getting set for our fireworks. Dave?
Thank you, Carol. A little over a year ago, our production director, Tom Couch, had an idea that for our 18th birthday, we give a present to all of the people of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Long Island of a fireworks display, the likes of which they have never seen, set to a rock and roll score. That's how long ago the idea was conceived. A lot had to happen between then and now to make this a reality, and we hope that you are all as excited by it as we are here. We know once you see what is about to happen, you will feel the excitement that we've been anticipating about this all week long. Are you ready, Brooklyn? Are you ready, Manhattan? Are you ready, New Jersey?
This is Mayor Ed Koch, and on behalf of the T.J. Martell Foundation for Cancer and Leukemia Research, I'd like to welcome you to the first WNEW FM New York fireworks. So from both sides of the Hudson, we hope you enjoyed tonight's pyrotechnic spectacular. And as Mayor of New York City, I now say, let the fireworks begin.
We are about to play the 2 millionth rock and roll record ever played on WNEW FM. First, let's listen to the notes. Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune. God gave rock and roll to you. Argent on WNEW FM, our 2 millionth record. 101.5 WNEW-FM. The big story, Asbury Park. Give me a W. Give me an N. Give me an E. Give me a W. Where does rock live?
That's the second time that happened. Your trade wins here just blew that right off the turntable.
A 1, a 2, a 3, come
A whole bunch of hooky dookies are visible from the stage.
This is a man who loves rock and roll, and he loves you. Scott Muni.
Leslie West of Mountain.
Sure smells like Jersey to me.
You guys are wild! You guys are crazy! You guys are New Jersey!
We've never been afraid to play good music and good rock and roll music. And we've never been afraid to play the new names. That's what NEW stands for. I got some great talent behind me right now, and it's our pleasure to have introduced them to you in this area, the Robert Cray Band.
I get a constant busy signal when I call you on the phone.
I got some great talent behind me right now, and it's our pleasure to have introduced them to you in this area, the Robert Cray Band.
I get a constant busy signal when I call you on the phone. I get a strong, uneasy feeling you're not sitting there alone. I'm having nasty, nasty visions, and maybe you're in everyone, yeah. I'm so afraid I'm gonna find you with so-called stone. I just want to tell you, I saw this band on Long Island about 8-9 years ago, and there were 12 people in the club. Things have changed. Things have changed. How about a big Asbury Park welcome as we celebrate 20 years of rock and roll for the fabulous T-Birds. again. I see the lovers turn against lovers and friends against friends. So let this be a lesson to whom it may concern. If you want to keep your woman, go out and work it hard. How do you spell love? M-O-N-E-Y. How do you spell love? M-O-N-E-Y. How do you spell it now? M-O-N-E-Y. How do you spell love? M-O-N-E-Y. Everybody, how do you spell love? How do you spell love? How do you spell it, people? Spell it again now.
Well, that just about brings us to the end of our 4-hour journey through the 20 years of WNEW-FM. And on behalf of the entire air staff,
Dave Herman,
Donna Fiducia,
Marty Martinez, Kurt Chaplin, Ray White,
Carol Miller,
Dano,
Ken Dashow,
Dennis Elsis,
Mark Chernoff,
Jim Monahan,
Harris Allen,
Cindy Mankowski.
and this is Pete Fornatal, and we just want to thank all of you for making the 20 years of WNEW-FM possible.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There behind the glass has a real blade of grass. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Last time, short, don't let your money slide. Guys, scene. Next up on the sign, will you please extend a hand to Alexander's ragtime band, Dixieland, Dixieland. Roll on, roll on, roll on, see a show. I'm falling on my soul, we were sight to make you blue. Sound virgins out of you, keep it cool and keep it cool. We like it to be known, the exhibits that were shown were exclusively our own, all our own, all our own. Come and see a show, come and see a show, come and see a show.
This is Scott Muni with a final word about the 20 years of WNEW-FM. Perhaps the magnitude of this accomplishment can best be measured by remembering for a moment some of our competitors that have changed formats since rock came to live at 1027. Among them, WABC, WKTU, WQIV, WPIX, WPLJ, WAPP, and any station beginning with the letter K. Through all those years, through Mayors Lindsay, Beam, and Koch, through Governors Rockefeller, Wilson, Kerry, and Cuomo, through Presidents Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, and Reagan, WNEW-FM has been there. We've been there for every major rock and roll event of the last 20 years. It's been fun tonight savoring the memories of the past. They will always be with us. But now it's time to get on with the business of the present and the future. As always, we invite you to join us for this exciting journey into the 90s and beyond to the 21st century. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. This is WNEW-FM in New York, where rock lives.
The 20 years of WNEW-FM was conceived, written, and produced by Tom Couch and Pete Fornatale. Special thanks to Mark Chernoff, Sal DeLeo, Bill Lichtenstein, and Cara Manning. And a special thanks to you, the entire WNEW-FM family.
Welcome back to the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion for this year's Billboard Radio Awards. Presenting the next award, the star of stage and screen, Rosemary Cha-Cha Galvez.
Thank you, thank you. And now the nominees for the coveted Billboard Magazine Best Station of the Year. The nominees are 30th Street Station, Philadelphia; 125th Street Station, Manhattan; Willets Point Station, eastbound, Flushing, Queens; and 1027 WNEW-FM. And the winner of Billboard Magazine Station of the Year, oh, here we go, 1027 WNEW-FM.